What up, everybody? Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning. It's your boy, that average nobody. You know, it's been a minute since I've been on. A lot of things we could talk about. Of course, you got Trump. You got Diddy. You got the Shannon Sharp and everybody. So, but first I'm gonna start with what's been going on with me. I guess a few things. I want to shout out to both my sons. They both graduated from the Air Force Academy. So proud of them guys. They're my guys there. So proud of them. So last couple of months or so been dealing with that situation, trying to deal with them being gone, trying to make it to them for the graduation ceremonies and everything. They left one behind the other. So it was like my oldest son left 1 week, and then a week and a half later, my other son, my youngest son, left. So, they actually tried to go together, but there was a little hiccup in the process. So they ended up going one, before the other. But everything worked out fine. They both doing good. They in they training now. So it's a beautiful thing, man, to see your boys do what they do. You raise your kids up, man, and you pray and you hope that what you put in them is make them solid, and they utilize that information and that everything you done put into them, that you done sold into them. You see, and when you see them get out there and they ain't in no trouble, they ain't running in no gangs, they not making babies all over the place. You see what I'm saying? My sons ain't got no kids right now. That's a good thing, because they understand. You know, we've taught them that, hey, unless you really, want to have this situation, have to deal with this situation, if it's good or bad, you see, you got to be prepared. So that's the biggest thing for them. They preparing themselves. Hopefully they'll give me a couple of grandsons or granddaughters or whatever the case may be. I already got 3 grandsons, so I'm happy with that also. Believe me, I'm very happy with that also. My daughters, they doing their thing. It's a beautiful thing, man, when your kids are doing good. It ain't great, because the world ain't a great place for real. Being honest, the world is not a great place. But for them to be in a situation where they ain't end up in jail, none of my kids have committed no crimes. They take care of their families, or if they have them, they doing the right thing. That's it. That's all it's about. That's all we want for our kids. So I know that's one thing for me. You see, and then the things that I didn't get to do coming up and I wanted to do, which is similar especially to what my sons are doing, I'm living that situation through them, and it's a beautiful thing for me. You see, so that's what's been going on with me lately. As I was saying, it's been a lot of stuff going on lately. Hey, where should I start? I can start anywhere. We can start. I guess let's talk about these politics. I guess. Um, as you know, or as everyone should know by now, the former president Donald Trump has been convicted 34 counts up in New York. you know, for the hush money trial, as they called it, falsifying documents, paying off a porn star. So the story won't come out that he was fucking a porn star. That's what he was doing. He was paying for pussy. Let's be real. You see, so he got convicted of it, 34 counts. Believe me, he ain't gonna do a damn day in jail, so y'all can quit thinking that's the case. That man not going to jail. You see, he ain't your average citizen. That's it. He not going to jail, but he got that conviction. You see, I believe he did what they accused him of. You see, I believe that he should go to jail, just like anybody else. But again, he ain't that average citizen. You see, he ain't that average citizen. But see, the problem with it is, it's the people that's in the Congress and the Senate. See, all of them, I'm telling you, man, I'll say it again. My grandfather used to tell us when we were little, as we would sit back and we would be watching, say, a Walter Cronkite with them. Because back in the day, you only had 4 channels on your TV. You had your major stations, your ABC, your NBC, your CBS, and then you had your local station. I guess in a sense, some, Channel 30, and, that was something that was more of a local station also. But you only had so many channels, so, if you was around your grandparents or your mom and dad, and when the news came on, TV was on, everybody is watching it. And we used to be there, and he would tell us, point out politicians, and he would tell us that, show me a politician and I'm going to show you a crook. All of them are crooks. And you can go back even in the situation with Donald Trump. If y'all recall, he said himself, he know the game. He know how to go in there and pay the politicians to play in the game. That's why when he decided, and I'm not going to say he decided, the people who propping him up. See, Donald Trump ain't shit for real. He ain't shit. It's the motherfucking big money donors behind him. Those are the ones. See, they know who, and it's on both sides, don't get me wrong. Democrats, they just ain't as good as the Republicans with it. But see, the game of it is to get a person who is commercially appealing to people. You see what I'm saying? A gamesman. You see, a liar. Someone who don't mind lying because that's all he's done in his business dealings is lie. You see, so they'll take him and they'll use him as the front man. Long as people continue to donate and he get to eat good, he don't give a damn about for real what he say when he already is a sleazy person to begin with. Again, go back to his days coming up with his daddy in real estate. Look how he treated his people. We not going, it ain't no need to go all deep into it. We not finna go with no race angle on it. Look how he treated the business dealings with people. You see, that's the thing. Just look at how he was dealing with people. Then he go hook up again. I told y'all. My grandfather used to say, show me a politician, I'll show you a crook. Through all of those years, he hooked up with a young who? Rudy Giuliani. You see? The master of using the RICO Act against people. He hooked up with him. They've been dealing with each other a long time. That shit ain't just, within the last 10 years, they've been fucking with each other. They've been doing criminal shit together for a long time. Dropping information on to each other about people. About people they want out. You see, if Donald Trump had an issue, he knew to go to Rudy. Rudy would do his thing. If Rudy needed Donald for something to play the press game, cause Donald good in the communications game, you see what I'm saying? He knew how to utilize that. So they do their thing. The sleaziness of the dude has always been there. He don't pay his bills. How many people said that? He don't pay his bills. He didn't even really want to pay Stormy Daniels. That's why old boy paid her first. He went on and paid her, and it was the reimbursement of the money. See, Michael Cohen said, I'll go ahead and we'll put this sham shit together. All of us, they in agreement, put the sham company together. I'll go ahead and pay the money, write it up in the books, you pay me back. We squashed the story. See, all them motherfucking politicians are crook. That's the game. Think about it. How many politicians are lawyers? You see, it ain't too many politicians that come up through the grassroots with no law degree and all of that type of shit. These are educated, school, system talk folks. See, they come out on TV, they spill that propaganda, they make it seem like to the average person that, hey, we making things happen, but behind the scenes, they writing up shit that the average person don't understand. So, he knew the game. He knew what he was playing in. You see? And he should have been convicted of what he was convicted of. It ain't no ifs, ands, or you would have been convicted of it. Shit, you would have had the plea bargain on the shit before. It wouldn't even went to trial with the average citizen. The average citizen, it wouldn't even went to trial. Your lawyer, if you'd have had the money for a paid lawyer, or your defense attorney provided by the court, would have told you, go ahead and plead out on this. You see what I'm saying? Don't waste the court's time. But this motherfucker did that. You see? Because he got a money machine behind him. Again, he's not the person. You see? We gotta stop focusing on the smoke and start focusing on who's smoking. You see, that motherfucker that's behind Donald Trump is the one who's smoking. Trump walked out of that courtroom. Did you see his face? See, he's sick. Because never in his life, with all the shit he did in the past, all the shit he did while he was president, for real, that fool thought he'd never have a conviction. He'd never be an average citizen. He ain't the average nobody. That's how he feel about himself. You say, I'm somebody. You see what I'm saying? I got this machine behind me. It's another machine on the other side. It's always a yin and a yang, a positive and a negative. That's what make this motherfucking world go round. Y'all can sit up and vote a fool in the office. You see, y'all can vote someone that straight up said, get rid of the Constitution. I'm paraphrasing, but man, fuck that Constitution. You got motherfuckers out here so fucked up. It's Memorial Day and they turning they flags upside down. Now my house, I've never flown a flag before. Okay? But I've never had the idea. And y'all know how they do my people. Black and brown people. And I don't like that term for real. You see? But any person that has a hue to their skin color, no matter the depth of the hue, how deep it go, how dark you get, how light you may be, never have any of us probably thought about it, but none of us ever turned the flag upside down. That's saying fuck the United States. You see what I'm saying? Never has a motherfucker said get rid of the Constitution. The poorest of the poor people don't even say that. And you got this motherfucker out there saying that. And you got people that agree with it. I wonder why. My theory behind the reason why, because this country was already built with the idea, that's why they came from England with the idea of doing this. See, the United States is not a free country. Let's be real, folks. Let's be real. Let's be real. You're not free in the United States. See, but again, it goes to the propaganda and what's put out there for the people to believe. But think about this. The United States, you're not free. The United States has more laws on the books than any country in the world. Any country in the world. And you understand, you have federal law that goes across the whole United States and its territories. And then you got individual state laws. Then you got individual local laws. You go to any other country in the world, they ain't got that many laws on their books. They don't go city to city, state to state. They should carry evenly across the board. You do a crime in Pakistan and they don't agree with that crime, you get convicted, you get punished. That punishment that you get is the same punishment that you get in any of the little provinces or little communities in Pakistan. I don't give a fuck if it's in the north, the south, the east, or the west. That's why they don't have all them laws on their books. Because they understand everything works evenly across the board. That ain't to say this group of people don't like this group of people and that group of people don't like this group. No, the law is even. You steal and the law say you get your hand chopped off, that go everywhere. Same thing go in China. Remember when the guy from Indiana, the little white boy from Indiana, went to China and I think he stole a sign or something and they caned his ass? The law said he was supposed to be caned. But in the United States, if he stole a sign in one community, they might give him 30 days in jail. If he stole a sign in another community, they might not do a goddamn thing about it. That's the problem. It's not equal law across the board. That's why the United States is not a free country. All that bullshit they put out in the world about that this is what makes America great because you have freedom, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. And when they came from England to the United States, they wasn't trying to escape no injustices over there. What they was trying to escape was just what they did over here. They was trying to escape having to have responsible actions in the world. See, you ain't gonna do all this bullshit. They had freedom to choose what religion they wanted to choose over in England. The main religion was Christianity though. How you gonna escape Christianity to come and start Christianity? They wasn't trying to escape the shit. They was trying to come over here and utilize it in a way that wasn't right to begin with. And over there, they wasn't going to be able to do all of that. And then they say, it's free. is freedom over here. Over in England, you they say you wasn't free. You have to capitulate. Over in that's the thing. Over here, you ain't got to capitulate. You can get up and say shit. They say that's you have freedom of speech. Unless you go somewhere and say, or on an airplane or something and say I got a bomb or some shit like that. No, you don't have in the theater things like that. That of course you see, but you have freedom to say what you want to say. You have the freedom to do. No, see, there ain't no motherfucker storming no capitals over there in no other countries. They know better. They know better because the law say they not gonna permit it. It didn't matter if you was white or black. It don't matter. The law say we not permitting it. But over here, see, the law ain't equally applied. Everyone know if black folks would have stormed, brown folks, the Indians, the Chinese, folks that live in America, for the way they was treated in the past, shit like the Japanese, if them people, any other goddamn culture, nationality would have stormed that damn place, it'd have been a lot of dead people. It'd have been a lot. And I'm talking about, it wouldn't have been law enforcement. It wouldn't have been no politician that ended up dying. It would have been citizens. But did that happen that day? And I'm not saying it should happen. But in reality, it make me wonder why it didn't happen. Because it wasn't, that's what it was. We know why it didn't happen. So, and the point I'm getting at is the fact of they use the premise of religion. See, and I keep telling folks, religion is the biggest, it's the most divisive thing man ever created. God ain't create religion. God ain't create. I don't believe God gave nobody no tablets. I don't believe God gave nobody no staff to split the sea. I don't believe none of it. Now, I'm not saying that those folks didn't exist. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is I don't believe the man's version. See, because even if I use the man's version, where in the King James Bible does it mention religion? Please, somebody, and I can guarantee you might find the word in there, but it's only gonna be less than 5 times. Because God never spoke about religion. God speaks about spirituality. Man brought religion into the equation. See, man brought that into the equation. scriptures that's found in the caves. I believe that. I believe those are man written. Man. I believe that. Just like you find stuff from history people have buried and it comes up to the surface and someone lucky to come across it. Yeah, that's some amazing shit to find something with history in it. To find something with history. But again, it was man written. Even back then they had propaganda, and that was it. So again, if the religion is the most divisive thing that man has ever created, man has created that. God tells you to be in spiritual tune with your fellow man, spiritual. He ain't say religion. He say be in tune spiritually with the earth. He didn't say religion. He say be in spiritual tune with him. He didn't say be in religious tune with him. The fuck is... Come on, man. Then, like I said, you have man who has a brain to interpret shit, but it's how the man interpret it and want to use it. See, man decides, I'm going to take the spiritual part and lessen it. Oh, it's important because that's the base of it all. That's the foundation. Spiritual. So you gonna keep it in there. I'm gonna lessen this. I'm gonna lessen the conversation on it. And I'm gonna start instilling the more man version. Religion. Now you making a person choose. Because what that's saying is, if I don't believe you, then I have to believe this, or I'm going to have to do this, or I'm going to have to do this. When if it was left on this foundation's base, all of that shit is irrelevant. All of that is irrelevant. You wouldn't have a motherfucking Christianity. You wouldn't have a Islam. You wouldn't have a Torah and all of this. That's some man-created shit. That's man-created shit. If my tongue game is better than the next motherfucker's tongue game, who the fuck you think people gonna follow? If my conversation on something is better than another motherfucker conversation on it, who you think a motherfucker gonna follow? How you think men get women? How you think women get men? How you think the gays get the gays? It didn't have shit to do with God. It had to do with man's domination. That's why they left them over there. They wanted to dominate. And soon as they came to America, what did they do? They utilized religion to say that was the reason for coming, first of all. Then we gonna force it on people, religion. Indians didn't know shit about no Christianity, man. Them was righteous people. Them was righteous people. They was called savages because they wore the clothes that they wore. Shit, it's hot in America. And especially during those times, America has seasons. So of course, what did them white folks do when the heat started beating down on their ass in Arizona? They got undressed. They took off some of them motherfucking clothes. What the fuck you think you gonna do? But they called them savages under the guise of religion. But that was to take over. Then they killed the folks off. See, no law. That's it. You see what I'm saying? And then they can put little, you build an area here, I'll build an area there. You over here, you over there. We make these communities. We start this country. You see, we name it. They build it up. It's ours. All under the guise of religion. But again, that was used for domination. And we as men, and I mean in the people standpoint, including women, we don't see that religion is the problem. Because again, they kicked out what was originally what it was, about being spiritual, being one with God, the earth. That's why they don't take care of this motherfucking earth. You see, but they say, they even put religion into that. They won't even admit to the global warming. Who is that? That's based because of what they say religiously. Fucked up situation, man. Real talk. Fucked up situation. I don't care if you, what religion you are. I say it all the time, man. I don't give a fuck. My wife is a Christian. You see, I mean, I got Muslim friends, I got Christian friends, I got a couple of Jewish friends. I don't give a fuck about that religious shit. Straight up. I care about the people. How you treating me and how I'm treating you. See, I don't care about that religion thing. I care about the people, man. I care about my Muslim friends because they care about me. I care about my Christian friends because they care about me. My few Jewish friends. You see, I got some friends that I don't even know what they religion they are. Don't care, man. We have a spiritual connection. They don't try to force that shit on me because they know if they not coming to talk to me about God spiritually, all of what the word said don't mean a damn thing to me. All of that between them, that back cover, the front cover and the back cover, all of that that's in between there, really don't mean a damn thing to me. See, because when I'm interacting with somebody, I'm not concerned about what their religious belief is. You see? Because their religious belief ain't putting no food on my table. Their religious belief ain't saved no lives out here. You see, that's what I'm talking about. So keep your religion, keep doing you. I have no issue with it. Pray with your Bible, pray with your Quran, pray with your Torah. However you do it, but be spiritual with your man, with your fellow man. Be spiritual with this earth. Be spiritual with God. Because again, what's in between that front cover and that back cover is man's word. They use it. They use it everywhere. Politics, education, finances, your day-to-day life. They using every word. And ain't none of it spiritually to connect with you. That's all. That's there to divide. That's there to divide. Look at what is the war over there in Israel and Palestine about? Land, the right to live, to be in peace. But what is the base of the conflict? Religion. Come on, man. Come on. Jewish people have the right to live wherever they want to live safely in their communities. Also, the Palestinians do. The Palestinians have the right to live in peace and to have their land not taken from them. The Jews have the right to obtain land and live safely in a community and have no one take land or anything from them. But see, The spiritual connection between the people is not there because of the religious division. So y'all can sit up here with this boy. Who running the politicians in the United States? The right wing folks. Only thing they talking about is Christianity. The left wing folks, they talking about Christianity, Islam, Jewish state. They're all religious shit. Instead of about humanity shit. That's why they can't come together. You got the Christian right in the United States that want to dominate the classroom. What happened to this fucking separation of church and state? What happened to the separation of church and the public institutions? Because it was never based to begin with that. It was all this was based on religion domination, man's domination, and religion is what's used. If you Christian and I'm Muslim, for real, we ain't supposed to like each other. We deal and tolerate with each other. Where's the human connection? Where's the spiritual connection? You got motherfuckers storming the Capitol talking about they the Christian right. Right what? Right what? So, y'all, keep doing what you're doing. Y'all worried, that's why you worried about the rapture. If you didn't, if you wasn't on this bullshit, you wouldn't be worried about a motherfucking rapture. You wouldn't be worried about the coming of the cicadas. Or you wouldn't be worried about, you wouldn't associate a tornado with the end of time.